ain't won over Charlie. Charlie on with Jesus, living a better life than y'all living. I think they got a clearer image of the shooter. We just got it in. So this is a clearer image of him. And if you know him, report him. You said what? Y'all see him, report him. I hope that justice finds its way to him sooner than later.
Way sooner than later, brother.
There's some other ones on here that you put in here, right, Nick? Because just know that there are ones out there, and maybe in post-production we'll put them on there. I don't want to watch them live. Don Lemon going to New Yorkers. They obviously New Yorkers made sense. I could play that clip. Let's go to clip 6, Don Lemon. Oh, you don't have it on there? Okay. Don't worry about it. No, don't worry about it. Where's the guy that got fired at? So let's go to this guy, because he got fired, allegedly. Now, let me say this, because there's conservatives going around, and they're finding everybody is disparaging, they're calling their jobs, and they're getting them fired. I wouldn't do it, but I'm happy. I'm good that you got fired for going on to being a piece of crap human being. I'm telling you right now, if Joe Biden were to get assassinated on television and somebody that worked for me went online and posted, "Good for him, I'm glad you can't work for me."
Coming up next,
you can't work for me.
UFC
You too stupid to go online and say something crazy like that against the president of the United States. I don't care how much you don't like him. I can't stand these Democrats. I think they need to be put into the justice system, and whatever happens in the justice system should be fair game. But the thing, I would celebrate a Democrat getting shot in the neck in front of the world. You gotta be stupid. Anybody that would post something like that worked for me, and honestly, I'd probably tell them take that down. But you go out somewhere knowing how I feel about the situation and still go out and say something crazy, I'm firing you. You can't work for me being stupid. And you don't have to like people, but assassinating, killing the person in the cowardice way is wrong. Line a person up face to face and get into it with them. Go blow to blow with a person. I respect that a little more. You coward going from 200 yards, shooting a man, because you're a coward. You won't face him face to face. Anyway, let's play the clip.
Talk to me about the environment in which a shooting like this happens.
Yeah, and again, that's what you just emphasized. We don't know any full details of this yet. We don't know if this was a supporter shooting their gun off in celebration, or so we have no idea about this. But following up on what was just said, he's been one of the most divisive, especially divisive younger figures in this, who is constantly sort of pushing this sort of hate speech or sort of aimed at certain groups. And I always go back to hateful thoughts lead to hateful words, which then lead to hateful actions. And I think that's the environment, and that people just, you can't stop with these sort of awful thoughts you have and then saying these awful words and not expect awful actions to take place. And that's the unfortunate environment.
Accuracy is unbelievable.
So, McDum-Dum, I guess they apparently fired him for saying that. This is how people like Charlie get in a situation like this where people hate him because of dummies like this. Charlie is only divisive because people don't like to hear the truth.
If you've been injured, call Attorney John Flynn Associates, proud partner of the Atlanta Braves. Tell me something about yourself. You're a team player. Good. What are your strengths? Whether you're picking a lawyer or a new teammate, you gotta find the right fit.
Mike Keppel here, Patriot Software's founder. My second grade teacher asked the class, what do you want to be when you grow up? Every kid answered doctor, lawyer, carpenter, teacher. I answered entrepreneur, which stopped them dead in their tracks. Seriously, what a freaking little kid I must have been. But I continued being a business student and started to build a company. Some failed, some succeeded. Patriot Software helps entrepreneurs build their businesses.
Well, he's doing a nice job here blocking these shots. The chin is tough, the hands are high. Pretty good job defensively thus far.
Great job defensively. You see everything coming.
They have no answer. I say, and I say something on campus, and they'll be like, but your bro Charlie don't believe that. I say, what you mean? Me and Charlie believe the same thing. You just never listen to what he said. You just listen to these people tell he's a fascist. Charlie Kirk ain't never said to hate people. Charlie Kirk has always said we gotta love people, but you can call people out on their mess. You can call them out on their mess. You can call them out when they're biologically wrong according to scientific evidence and DNA research that we've done. I don't know, the education that we have around what the DNA says and doesn't say.
In the middle of the octagon.
Throughout all human history, we haven't had a problem, generally speaking, figuring out a male versus a female. All of a sudden, in the age of technology, all of a sudden, with hormones and all this other stuff that we've developed now people want to get into it more. And it's all bullcrap anyway. And I'm not saying every trans person is you know, I think people be trans for different reasons. Some people because they freaky and they want to be fetishized. Some people may actually feel like they're in the wrong body, which is gender dysphoria. It doesn't mean you're a meek evil person. It just means you have a dysphoria. You know, you have a mental illness going on. And then there's people who are lunatics that then express themselves by being trans and all this other stuff. So you got different classes of people. So when I see a trans person, I don't automatically think, oh, this person is a serial killer. You know what I mean? I'm thinking like, I'll meet the person and get to talk to them and see where they at. To be honest, I don't care what they do. There was a person at my wife's thrift store that she liked. He was clearly a bully, just like a woman, but he was nice. So I mean, I ain't got to be mean to me. I don't care. I'm just trying to pay for this stuff for my wife. Charlie don't feel no. Charlie, his sentiment is no different than mine. He ain't tripping on whether somebody trans or not. There's gay people and people that work for trans clinics. But like, what do you say? People criticize him for that because he had people that are gay working for him. What? Man, look, man, if you can do the job, you can do the job. You know what I'm saying? I rather for you to do the job and love you to Christ and love you to the truth than to alienate you and isolate you when you're trying to do the right thing. Somebody that's living with another man, which I think God didn't approve of, but you conservative, you believe in conservative values, you're trying to go to church. That's come on and go to church. Come on and do the right thing. God is the one that's going to change your mind, not me. But at least you acting in good faith and trying to go down the path to do what's right. I can live with it. Trans person understand they have an identity crisis. They love the Lord and they want to do. I should work with you.
To end this fight, it
I'm not the one
flush. I'm not even sure the opponent.
Okay, I got something else to say. It's a comment in the comment section.
The referee was in to stop the fight, so
and then I'm going to try to get a couple of super chats out of respect for people who donate for the comments, and then we're going to continue the conversation. This comment said 200 yards is a chip shot. With that, it was a 30-6. Which just a rough ballistics knowledge sighting at 75 yards, 150 yards is dang near the same point of impact, just a small bit of holdover, 200 easy. Think about this for a minute. I want people to understand this. I think that people that know guns need to stop talking as if this is normal to know what holdover is. to know what a holdover is. You have to be experienced shooting a gun to know what holdover is. And you have to have tried to shoot a gun at a certain range to know how much you have to hold over. I don't know what we're talking about. 0 and at 75, shooting at 200, that's a big holdover. When I was shooting at 100 with a 5.56, shooting at 100 prone, no magnification, just regular Holson, or not Holson. We used to use aim point, optic. Like, you gotta count. We zeroed at 50. You gotta account for the drop. So you have to hold over. I mean, I don't know how much it would be. So the dot, you just hold over a dot ahead of the dot, and that should hang your hold order at from 50 to 100. If you're sighting at 75 and you're shooting at 200, and you're not shooting center mass, you're trying to shoot a person in the head or the neck, you have to know how much to hold over to hit that exact point. You have to understand how much that bullet is going to drop from here to there. That's not amateur stuff. That's not stuff a person pick up and just go to the range and be like, you got to know how to zero a rifle properly. I don't know. This subject kind of bothers me. You gotta know how to zero a rifle. Like when I was a raw, never shot a gun person before I became a cop, and you couldn't tell me trigger pull. I thought you just pull the trigger. No, you gotta put the trigger on your finger at a certain rate. You gotta breathe. You gotta have a slow pull to the rear. That takes training and practice for you to be able to pull the trigger and not throw the gun and not anticipate the shot. Like, this is why people miss. Why you see gangsters shooting people point blank and they miss it. Because at 200 yards, with all those variables, if your trigger pull is off, or you gripping the trigger too much to the middle of your finger, you're gonna pull the gun to the right slightly. And at 200 yards, you're gonna miss the person completely. Even if your sight is on it and your trigger pull is wrong, you miss it. If you're not used to recoil from rifles, or you're not used to having smooth pull to the rear, letting the gun shoot itself, all of those training methods that we learned shooting long guns, you're gonna miss your first one. If your breathing is not right, that means you gotta be at the bottom of your breath.
Man, he's just got
and you have to practice that a couple times for you to know what the bottom is.
He's doing a great job of mixing everything up.
Slow pull to the rear, and not anticipate the shot or try to shoot the gun 200 yards.
Oh, straight right.
One single shot. No.
Well, perhaps
right,
a sign of things to come as he lands a kick there.
Nice kick landed by the jump.
I think that's all.
And now he.
Is there something else I want to cover? Oh, let's shoot the chest real quick. The who? Okay, while we do the super chats, we'll show the sniper nest or whatever, the person that had his little area where he went up on the roof and had a little workstation. Even having a workstation is something that, or knowing where to. Now, hold on, where are we looking at? Is this the angle from where he's at to down in the chart? And this is where he's
at trying to shut the liver down.
Wow, that right punch has been the money.
Yeah, you had to rehearse this.
Now his opponent's really on the ropes.
His opponent's on
you had to rehearse this at least once. There's no way that a person raw, never being at the site, showed up, dropped down there, put the bolt action gun.
And he comes through with a big knee.
Some people say it's not 200 yards. This could be 200 yards, it's just that the camera angle don't show what it really looked like in person. And you're saying a person, and let me tell y'all this. Let me tell y'all this. This may be a conspiracy. Looking at the tent, I don't think it looked like it came in from the side. It didn't look like it came from the front to me. It looked like it came in from the side. It looked like it came straight through like this. This side, out this side. And you can see the overpressure on the shirt. It didn't look like it came straight down the middle. Am I tripping, bro?
Well, straight right hand has been a good weapon for him. He misses with it there.
Because I didn't watch the close up. Yeah, I didn't watch the close up. If they got the shell cases and stuff here, then maybe they do have an idea. And I guess this is the building that they saw the person running. I mean, you can't get an amateur doing this for the first time. The first round, your first round could be high, the first round could be off. It's not an amateur. All right, let's get to this. You can control the thing real quick. So real quick, I'm gonna try to get the super check stop. Appreciate you guys. Hold on, where's the super check? Okay, all these are super check. Okay. All right, thank you guys. I'm gonna go with I'm obviously have to go with the big ones first.
Well, I'm not sure the extent to which he has recovered, but we do see the end of the round. DC talking
through the 15 minutes left. Where's the red ones? Okay.
He's going to make it to the stool.
There's red ones that don't show up on me. But let me
put him completely out of there.
Okay, it says my heart goes out, and thank you, Licia. My heart goes out to his family. My deepest condolences. However, it was definitely, in my opinion, an inside professional. It was all she said. Definitely, in my opinion, supposed to be an inside professional assassination. I must say this is a distraction from what demonic forces are doing in the dark to destroy us. I don't know. Now that I've seen more, I don't think it was a professional one, but I definitely think it wasn't an amateur that never shot that just got had a wild. Josh, thanks so much for the super chat. He says, I'm devastated. People like Charlie and you have been instrumental in my growth in business and my relationship with the Lord. The last days talk about what's happening now. What's your suggestion on how to pray and support in times like this? You know, one thing that I would say about the prayer portion is that we have to think like David. And David was a warrior and had a warrior mindset. So David acknowledged God and prayed that God had mercy on him first, but also prayed that God would allow him to overcome his enemies. In the prayers that we make about this Charlie Kirk situation and about everything else moving forward is that we do pray and acknowledge that God forgive us of our trespasses and our sins first. We need to acknowledge that God, in your prayer, acknowledge that God is sovereign over all things. And then also tell God straight out in your prayer that what you want the end result to be. And that is to triumph over the enemy. That is to make your enemy your footstool. That is to that this happening, this incident against Charlie Kirk will not go in vain. That we will be bigger, stronger, bolder, more courageous. This will change the world forever. That's your prayer. Your prayer isn't just, I'm praying for the family. Do that. I'm praying for people's peace. Do that. But at some point, you got to posture up in that prayer and say, it's on now. And now my enemies will not prevail. And now those who tried to kill and destroy Charlie Kirk's reputation in life will lose at the end of the day. And we will prevail.
Big damaging knees here to the body.
There's so many of us who are out here who are willing to speak out. Many more need to step up. And we will conquer the enemy.
Just misses with the jab.
If you believe that, then hit a
30 seconds to go in round 2.
Let me get another random rabbit hole. It says, my heart is with you and all Charlie's loved ones. May the Lord God uphold us through our earthly morning. I love that. I appreciate you guys. The super chat. The super chat thing. I don't know.
I mean, the fight is going to be over. I can't believe he's still standing.
Yeah, I go all the way up, but none of it. Yeah, none of the red ones were on there. But I can't read everybody's super chats. I just want to thank you guys for the super chats. The ones that gave a lot, I have time to read yours because you gave a lot. Let's see. Big fan, Brandon Taylor. You got to make that look good. Big fan, Brandon Taylor, all the way from South Africa. Charlie Kirk is a legend. He calls spade a spade, just how it should be. He will be missed. Condolences to his family and all his fans.
Edwards gets caught with that punch.
There is something wrong with this world. I think I'm still in shock. Robbie, thanks so much for the super chat. Thanks so much for the super chat. I think I'm still in shock, y'all. Like, I'm in and out of consciousness with this. Like, at some points I'm like, oh, then I'm like, dang, it's real. Like, there's no Charlie Kirk at Athens. There's no Charlie Kirk on campuses anymore. There's no Charlie Kirk at the events that I normally go to. He's supposed to be at an event with us. He's supposed to go to an event next weekend. There'll be no Charlie Kirk. He's not going to be there. And that's a reality that's hard to stomach, hard to realize. And these people have no idea how hurtful it is for them to get online and say stupid stuff.
Look at how he turns his hip.
Somebody said this was orchestrated by the elite, hopefully create a civil war. I don't think so. You know, I don't think so. Brandon, pray for the team and family. Super close to Charlie. Yeah, we got to keep praying for the family. Just keep praying, though. Don't stop praying for his family. You don't know what to pray, or when you're doing your prayers, just throw Charlie and Charlie's family in your prayers. And his team, man, his team. Andrew, Terrell, all the guys on the video team. I mean, we were like family. Even though I didn't work for Turning Point, you know, like consistently and go to the headquarters, when we would go to events and they would be set up for me, like we were like family, like we all close. And I pray for them more because they were with Charlie every day. See if there's anyone shoot Charlie. Hit this like button for Charlie. He challenged people to research and make their own opinions instead of riding on the opinions of others. Since you know members of the security detail, can you please address the conspiracy theories that they were potentially using hand signals? Do we have that clip of the hand signal thing? Let me address that real quick because I got 5 minutes and that's probably gonna be the last super chat where I'm gonna address the hand signal thing. Maybe I got one more super chat. Y'all, nobody's doing hand signals. When you out there and the sun is beaming on you, I don't know people that won't adjust their hat. If you're a person who is an amateur, what they saying, you don't receive hand signals from a person downrange.
Look at him whip his hip.
Your focus is on the target. Your focus ain't on the guy next to the target to tell you when to go. Like at 200 yards, your optic picture is tight. You're not looking at a wide picture. You're looking at a tight picture. And you don't have the ability, not that I've ever heard of, for you to be panned over here and then pan over here to do this. Nobody can get into Charlie's tent unless you're on the tactical team. And so the guy in the white that people see, he is on the team. The guy right behind him that was adjusting his sleeves, that guy's on the team. And these people are willing to die for Charlie. They're willing to die for Charlie. So the official decision is now in. Fixing the sleeves while standing there listening to the answers. You know, this doesn't show the shooting, right? Okay. Let me just play this real quick. First of all, no one is standing behind Charlie unless they're a part of Charlie's team. So this man in the white is a part of Charlie's team. Now, he may not, I don't know if he's a donor or somebody else, but he's a part of the team. He fixes his hat. That's normal. Yeah, that guy just fixes his arm sleeves. You sorry son of a guns better stop this. Y'all better stop this conspiracy stuff, man. Quit being stupid. The man fixed his sleeves. The other guy is sitting behind him, taping him because he's filming it, and that guy cannot get back there unless he's a part of Charlie's squad. And if for you to think that these guys that have been with Charlie since like 2018, I see these guys every event. They love Charlie, they love America, and they're willing to die for him. And you telling me they're gonna set him up? Shut up. They want to set him up. They let him get shot in an SUV on the way to the event. Ain't nobody setting him up and doing this as an arm gesture. Y'all can't be this stupid, man. If somebody really want to do a signal, they're going to do something that people can't identify as a signal. Anyway. One last super chat I'm going to read it and I'm going to get up out of here. It says, Michael, the dad Cosby.
All right, coming up next, a middleweight championship fight between Robert Whittaker and Robert Whittaker.
Ready? You ready?
So two truly elite strikers here. We sat down with them on Thursday and asked them any thoughts of taking this fight to the ground. They want to strike.
That's what got them to show. That is the path that they are normally on. And tonight they get someone that allows them to fight in their comfort zone. They don't have to worry about the takedown. All they have to worry about is who can rely on their knowledge and the striking to carry the victory.
Yeah, I mean,
it's
conceivable we were in the same venue or the same building or the same party.
He continues to stay busy. What do they say, DC? Punches and bunches?
Punches and bunches. Playing on both sides of the opponent's head over and over.
Well, perhaps a sign of things to come as he lands a kick there.
I avoided premieres.
anything where there's a red carpet, like even if I was in a movie, I wouldn't go on the red carpet. I'd go into the back door.
Seriously?
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like all that. Look over here, look over here. That is just too fake for me. It's just whatever allergy I have to that flares, and I'm going to the back door.
Yeah, no, I don't blame you. I don't blame you. They stopped showing me where the back door was because I support a similar entrance thing.
It's just too weird.
But it's look over here, look over here. Something happens in that moment.
Yeah.
And I think it's like it brings you as close to possibly sterilization as you can get without surgery.
I think it's that.
Yeah.
I think it's like radiation.
I mean, you
Like you can take a little bit of it, but you don't want to be working the X-ray machine your whole life.
No.
This striker has come out
Charlie,
he's a very aggressive guy.
I've looked at her like 7 times already.
Yeah, you would think you got to slow down, but not
If
this
it
guy.
took me this many takes to get a scene right, nobody would ever hire me. And you wouldn't get past the first day.
Well, they want to get a million pictures to get that perfect one. A little bit of side eye to you, just a little something, a little purse of the lips, a little something. That's the one. Yeah, that's the one.
Well, defense doesn't necessarily win championships in MMA, but they're doing a nice job blocking.
Yeah, the one with the mouth open. What I really don't like is the people who like it. Not that I don't like them, is that I don't want to ever see that in myself. And so when I'd be around them, I would just go, oh, I gotta get out of here.
Let's see how he responds.
It would freak me out. The trapping.
I mean, is there, because it feels like that system's been in place for over 100 years. Is there another way to do it?
Probably.
No?
People like it.
Back to the feet.
Photographers like it, the press likes it. It's a big thing. There's a lot of people. There's a lot of lights flashing. It seems legit.
I just, I can never feel relaxed when everybody's yelling.
What an end to round one.
That's
totally unnatural.
All right, let's check out some of the action.
The only way that would be happening in real life is if like you were on trial. You know, like you were being paraded in front of a bunch of people. It's him, there he is. Look over here. You know, it's odd. Very odd.
Yeah, it's almost a form of purple rock.
A little bit of a purple rock and just a little bit of a mental illness exhibition. You know?
Yeah. I just had it for the first time.
With that right hand.
Like last
the first time.
No, the first time in like
Great way of mixing up his attack. He didn't stay the course. He mixed it up.
It was kind of cool. Like the first,
visibly limping here.
34 seconds. I was like, okay, I remember this. And then it was like, yeah, I fucking remember this. Wow. Damn. And then I'm like the sun's beating right on my forehead. It's just
near perfect strike to end the fight.
Crazy thing is, you fucking suck still. You're actual trash.
It's just like every decision I made leading up to that was completely wrong. And it's all being documented.
He found a little opening in his opponent's defense and punched right through it.
It's really funny when you first walked into the studio, you brought up a tweet that I had sent in 2011. I think this is when you were going crazy.
Yeah.
And I think this is also when my friend Russell Peters was doing those tours with you.
Oh, that's right.
And said, I need to get Charlie Sheen on my podcast. It's a long shot. But if Blake Dream, if anybody knows him, help me hook it up.
Fuck ever.
14 years later.
You know, it takes what it takes, right?
Yeah. It's funny because back then I had no guests. I think I had Anthony Bourdain was the only like real guest that I had.
Seriously.
By the time. Yeah, he was 2011 as well.
And how many shows had you done by then?
Not that many by then. I don't know.
So were you just doing solo shows, just like covering topics?
I would do it mostly with my friends, mostly with other comics.
Okay.
We would just sit and talk shit, and then eventually.
At like your house? Or?
Yeah, it was at my house back then.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it looked nothing like this.
No. It slowly had to get out of it. It's like I had too many weirdos that I had to bring by my house, and I have young kids at the time. They were really young. I was like, this is just too strange. Bring these weirdos by my house. And, you know, it was just too odd. I was like, maybe some people shouldn't know exactly where I sleep.
Right. And it's interesting because driving here, I was buried in my phone just, for the right reasons. So I have no idea where we are.
Good.
So it was kind of like the version of being blindfolded with a sack over my head,
Yeah, that's probably how we should do it.
Can you imagine then, like, I'm the guy they're blaming for introducing this?
Just put everybody in a blindfold and put them in the back of an SUV and drive to an undisclosed location.
And make the guy drive a few circles around in, like, some neighborhood right over there,
Yeah. But we did it. We're here. Those things that you did with Russell Peters were so fascinating. The whole thing was so fascinating. I watched the Netflix thing. I watched the first episode. And the whole experience of watching the guy from Platoon, the guy that everybody knows, this is like this gigantic, super cool movie star, hot chops, all these different things, to watch you just not just go off the rails with drugs, but like be super open about it. You were like the first guy super open about it, and everybody just embraced it. Instead of it being like, Charlie Sheen's doing drugs, that's so sad. It was like, we love it. It was kind of crazy. All the Tiger Blood stuff and winning. Everybody was saying winning all the time. I know a lot of you are similar to me.
All right, so a nice job there defensively to raise the guard and prevent any damage.
Those hands never leave where they're supposed to be. And if you do that, most times you will block the shot that's incoming. He's throwing every part of himself.
Long cut, big pouches.
Both guys really throwing with authority.
Flavors that we, as chewers, love. Buffalo, wintergreen, straight, mint, blood orange, and
nice.
If your motivation is low, it's because you're not thinking about doing the pragmatic, tactical, tangible thing. You're stuck in idea life. That's why you're not motivated. You have to convince yourself things have utilitarian value.
And he connects there,
this will make a practical difference. This is something I'm going to do because it will make a practical, real-world difference.
Oh man, it ain't Dikembe Mutombo.
I need to do that.
He is blocking
if you're trying to develop real depth and motivation and discipline, I think this scorecard could really serve you.
Visibly limping here. Oh, he lands another strike to the body, really starting to connect on a lot of shots to the midsection, and these will take their toll as this fight goes into the latter rounds.
With future identity.
Spinning back fist. Didn't see that one coming.
So, if I finish the day, I just didn't feel motivated.
It's crazy, he's not even good!
The way to increase performance in this area to me is to go, well, what was my future identity connection?
Vicious combo
Was I like, what did I think about my future identity? If I didn't think about it at all, that's zero. Well, guess what? If I don't think about my future identity, I didn't activate what? Ambition. My future identity is tied to what else? Esteem. Okay. Esteem and ambition. Right. I think these all come together. My future identity, I didn't see it. I didn't have vision to it. I didn't think about, is what I'm doing today tied to my future identity? Did I tie it or align to it so that my future identity